A recent comment on my channel about bobbin winders got me to thinking about these. These are Class 66 bobbins. This one's a vintage and this one's modern. I'm Ollie, this is Simply Stitchy, and in today's video I'm going to be putting a modern Class 66 bobbin to the test on a variety of different styles of 66 bobbin winders to see if you get the same quality in the wind on the bobbin as you would do if you were using vintage. All these bobbins are Class 66 bobbins. This one here is from my 1913 Singer Red Eye. This one is from the Singer 185K. This one's the modern Class 66 metal bobbin, and obviously you've got plastic. I'm not going to be dealing with the plastic 66 bobbin in today's video because all of the Class 66 machines we'll be looking at today came with metal bobbins. There's some subtle differences between them. These two vintage ones, or antique ones, have just the one little hole, and it's that little pin there that fits into that little hole on the actual bobbin. And what that does is it just anchors the bobbin in place. It stops it moving from side to side as it's winding. This modern bobbin doesn't just have that little hole to put the pin on the bobbin winder into. It's also got these little holes, and you use those little holes for putting the thread through to hold the thread on the bobbin while you're winding it. From 1913 we have the Singer 66 with the red eye decals, and she's got the bobbin winder that has this, it's like a finger thread guide for winding the bobbin. She actually came with an old style Class 66 bobbin, but let's see how she gets on with a modern 66 bobbin. She also has that little pin just on the end of the bobbin winder where the bobbin sits. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's right there. There's just like that little pin there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that pin up with a little tiny hole on the new bobbin. What I'm also going to do with one of the bigger holes is just thread the thread through from the inside to the outside. Right, there's the hole, there's the pin rather, and it slots into place. It actually doesn't look like it's done a bad job at all. That's the modern Class 66 bobbin, and it's fairly tightly wound, and that's quite a neat bobbin. So the Singer 66 from 1913 can cope with modern Class 66 bobbins. This is a Singer 99 from 1942 with the crinkle, wrinkle or Godzilla finish. This one doesn't have that little pin to hold the bobbin in place. We'll do the same test. We'll see how this one copes with a modern Class 66 bobbin. Okay, let's give her a whirl. And let's take a look at how this one got on. It's wound it neatly, and it's quite tight. There's no floppy or anything. So that's a nice neat bobbin. That's on the Singer 99 from 1942. This is Robin. She's a Singer 66 from 1949, and she has an identical bobbin winder to the Godzilla Singer from 1942. Now I already know that Robin copes with the modern Class 66 bobbin because that's what she came with. She actually does a really nice job, and as we've seen from the Godzilla Singer that we just tested, the 99, this style of bobbin winder copes no problem with the modern style of Class 66 bobbin. The last style of Class 66 machine is this one. This is the Singer 185K, and this one dates back to between 1958 and 1963, I think, from memory. It's actually got a different style of bobbin winder once again. This one's more of an encased one. It works in the same way. It just pushes against the hand wheel and the bobbin sits on here. Although it's the youngest machine of the machines we've looked at in today's video, it's actually come with an older style of Class 66 bobbin. And if we put that on the bobbin winder for a moment, that's quite a tight, quite a snug fit, and it's actually clicked into place. It's not moving at all unless you purposely remove it. If we compare that to the modern Class 66 bobbin, that's quite a loose fit and it will actually wobble on the post. But let's give it a try. Let's see how well this machine can wind a modern Class 66 bobbin. Lose that. Okay, going slower kept the bobbin on the bobbin winder just that little bit easier. But if we take a look at the actual bobbin and see how well the machine got on, it's not particularly even. If you can just see that, there's more thread on the bottom of the bobbin than there is at the top. If I just use my snips for a moment and just rub that up and down, you can see that that's quite loose. That's not wound tightly at all, that's quite floppy. And I think the reason for that is because as the machine is winding the bobbin, it's actually wobbling about a bit on this post. If you have this style of machine with this style of winder, I recommend that you try and stick with the style of bobbin that came with it, which in this case is the older vintage style Class 66 from around about the 1950s, and it's got that slightly bigger outer circle going right around that hole in the middle, because that just fits just that little bit tighter on the frame and it will give you a neater bobbin. This is the one from the Singer from 1913. It's a little looser, it's still better than the modern, which is really loose. Or you could try plastic, because the plastic style Class 66 bobbin actually fits quite well. It has the same stability as the original vintage metal one does. I hope you liked today's video, and I hope it's helped you work out whether a modern Class 66 bobbin will work with your Class 66 machine. Let me know in the comments how you get on and which style works better with your machine. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, and why not subscribe to the channel and click that little bell that's just down there so that YouTube can let you know when I upload another video. Whatever video you do go and check out next, hope to see you back here for the next one. And in the meantime, whatever you're sewing it with, embrace your creativity and have fun. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.